because that's one of my hardest things to ask for help, but you just have to do it. And come to find out, when I finally asked for help, it was more of my insecurity, and they were really excited to help. So it's really me holding me back.
Hello, everybody. I am Melissa Forziat of Take the Doughnut, here to help you get inspiration and get donuts. I'm a motivational keynote speaker, but today we're going to do a Take the Doughnut interview with the one and only Malissa Kelsch. Now, Melissa is your expert on Southern Utah insights. She's a top real estate agent with Think Realty, and she shares what the locals love with the best of St. George. Melissa, welcome. Welcome to your Take the Doughnut interview.
Well, thank you. I'm so excited because I love donuts.
Well, with that in mind, what is your favorite donut? Let's ask the question that gets us all started.
That's right. It's so good. My mouth is watering already. My favorite is the sour cream old-fashioned with maple frosting.
Ooh, sour cream old-fashioned with maple frosting. I haven't had a sour cream donut before. I like that idea.
I know there's a place here locally that does plain old-fashioned and then the sour cream old-fashioned. And when I tried that sour cream old-fashioned, I was hooked.
Oh, wow. I love it. Well, that's going to have to be on my list. What's the place that you get those from?
It's Daylight Donuts.
Nice. Daylight Donuts it is. Get those sour cream donuts. Well, I did a little bit about your bio up top, and you do a bunch of different things. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about what you want us to know about you?
Oh my goodness, so much, right, Melissa? Because we've been friends, you know a lot more. And yes, I am a real estate agent. My grandmother was the first woman broker in Southern Utah, so that was a great example. She was in real estate. And my dad was in real estate. I actually got my degree in education. I was going to be a teacher, and I was in education for about 10 years. And then I figured, wow, if I put as much time and effort into what I'm doing with all these students, because I take them on trips and, creating workshops and a whole bunch of things, I thought if I put that much time and energy into my own business, I wonder if I could make more. Because, teachers are just so wealthy. And sure enough, I went into real estate. Well, actually, I went into real estate in 2006. That's when it crashed. And I thought, what did I do? But I survived and thrived. And so things are going well with real estate and just continually learning.
Wow.
So
what a journey. Well, I mean, I think you're starting to already get into the theme of today's discussion, even in that answer. So this is a Take the Doughnut interview. For those who aren't familiar, I will link a video here with my origin story for the Take the Doughnut expression. But take the donut for me means carpe diem. It's an expression that came to mean seize the opportunity, because when I was in college, I had this weird thing happen where I left a donut on a table, and it became an object lesson in what it looks like to leave an opportunity on the table, which I didn't want to happen again. So now the spirit is, take the donut, go after the goal. So with that in mind, that's what this conversation is about today. Goal setting, going after goals, going after the thing that you want. Melissa, when you think about going after what you want, how are you with going after goals? What's that process like for you?
Okay, I love goal setting. I feel accomplished when I can write down a goal and work towards it and accomplish it. And so there's all sorts of ways, like writing in my journal, keeping track, and then also creating a vision board where I can see it and remind myself of these are my goals are set. How am I doing? And then check-ins. If it's monthly, quarterly, depending on or yearly, what the goal is. But that's usually what I do is I write it down and then I break it down to what I need to do and what's going to hold me back from accomplishing it. Because I've had some goals like writing a book. I wrote a book and I had that on my goal list for a lot of years. And it wasn't until I said, what is holding me back? How am I not accomplishing this? And then put the steps in place. I needed an accountability person. I needed an editor and accountability. So as soon as I put those in place, I accomplished it. So.
Nice. So as you were answering that, it sounds like you have a process both for initially setting and breaking down the goal, but then also I was going to ask what keeps you motivated, but it sounds like some of the things that you do are really visual reminders. So when you think about what keeps you motivated, would it be like the journaling and stuff like that that's visible, or would that be something else?
Yeah, I would also add in like podcasts. Like when I get stuck, like, am I really doing it? And then I'll listen to a podcast or read a book. Another thing, working out, exercising, or just going for a 20-minute walk, like just getting out of my space into a different environment, or working out really hard gets the juices flowing. And then it gets me thinking creatively of how to overcome my obstacles that are kind of holding me back.
Yeah. Okay, with that in mind, do you ever have challenges in the process? Or is there a certain brand of challenges that keeps coming up for you when you go after goals or when you take your donut?
It's usually things where I don't know and I need to learn more, mostly in technology, I feel, or people that might have a resource or the ability to help me. Sometimes I'm afraid to ask for help too.
Yeah. How do you overcome that in those moments when you know that you want to ask somebody for help and you feel like that's actually a roadblock for you? What do you do to get past that step?
The top of my head, that is so hard because that's one of my hardest things to ask for help, but you just have to do it. And come to find out, when I finally asked for help, it was more of my insecurity and they were really excited to help. So it's really me holding me back.
Mm. Don't we all? Don't we all? So in terms of, if you think back historically for you to donuts that you've taken in your life, could be personal, could be professional, what would you say is the biggest donut that you've taken?
Would probably be real estate. There are a lot. That was a big jump going from, I knew I was getting paid and hourly paid with health benefits and insurance and all that, going to be an entrepreneur, and it's all up to me. And sometimes I work really late, but the great thing about it is it's my own schedule too. If I want to take time off, I know the boss, I can ask, and so they have pros and cons, but that was really scary because I had a family, young kids, and to just leave something I felt was stable to go into the unknown, that was the biggest thing. But really now where I'm at, they're both unknowns. My husband had a job and he at a nonprofit, and the market tanked and he lost his job. Like there's no security anywhere. So you might as well work as hard as you can for yourself.
Isn't that interesting? Sometimes the thing that we look at as a safety net is just actually the thing that's comfortable to us. It doesn't make it safer than the alternative, than the thing that you're going after. Yeah, it's interesting how that's changed so much over the years. Wherever you are with things now, is there a goal that you have in mind? Is there a donut that you want to take, personal or professional, at this moment in time?
So what I'm working on right now is to learn more and do more on YouTube, because I want to be a rainmaker for other agents that are getting started. So I want to create enough business for myself and to share with others in my office, and even actually all over the country, because I have a big network of other agents all over the country that I can refer out. So my plan is to market it well enough and using YouTube to make that happen.
Yeah. Awesome. And that, what a way to pay it forward as well with all the growth that you've had.
Yeah, it's exciting. And I love marketing.
Yeah. Well, let's do the sprinkle some encouragement section. You know, there may be people who are listening, real estate agents, not real estate agents, anybody who have a donut they want to take and they're in progress for it, or they're thinking about doing it, but they're not sure which way to go. What advice or recommendations would you give to those people who are thinking, I really want to take that donut?
Oh, that's a great question. So definitely a mentor. If you know where you want to go, I would find someone that's like just above or as high as you can get. If somebody's already professional in that, and they're open to bringing you on board to teach you, take them to lunch, do something, get in their sphere. Because most people I've seen want to help. They want to help and bring other people up. So mentor number one. If not, I would network. I would get around as many people as I can, go to networking groups, and see who you can connect with to grow together. If you're both going for similar things as accountability or whatever, but grow together. And then if that doesn't work, back to the podcasts and books.
Yeah. It's funny because, earlier you were saying that it's not easy to ask somebody for help, but at the same time, it sounds like you really push yourself to do that you purposely put yourself in environments where there are people around you or who can be around you to support you. So it's amazing that you stretch yourself like that.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, tell us where we can find you. I know that you have a lot of things that you're up to. I will be sure to include links, but what links should I include in this video where people can see what you're doing?
Okay, so real estate, I have a real estate website, Melissa at Utah Sun Country. And then on YouTube, Malissa Kelsch, and I'm a little different. It's Malissa, Melissa Kelsch. And yeah, so YouTube. And we also have my husband and I, he's a builder. So we have a how to build your own home. So if you're thinking about building your own home, we've got some help there for you. But yeah, and then social media, Facebook, Instagram, all that.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere doing everything. Everybody be sure to check out those resources. Melissa is doing a lot of really interesting things right now, and you can see what she's been up to. Also, if you liked this interview, be sure to like and subscribe on this video because we have so many good interviews coming up, very inspiring with people taking the donut in their own lives. So Melissa, thank you so much for carving out some time and sharing your journey with opportunity seizing with us today.
Well, thanks, Melissa. I really appreciate this time with you.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, you know what to do. Get inspiration, get donuts. Bye.